Hello children, welcome to aimsindia's online classes. In today's video from physics subject, so temperature topic we are going to discuss. So in this video from temperature lesson, some of the previous state level, nation level, previous Olympiad questions we are going to discuss children. So try to listen carefully and try to note down the important points. So let's start with first question. So here the question is, the reliable measure of hardness of an object is what? The reliable measure of hardness of an object is what? Option A, its heat content. Option B, its temperature. Option C, its contact with the other objects. Option D, none of this. So here, measure of hotness or coldness is done by a physical quantity is called temperature. So here, for the question, the correct option is option B. So option B is correct here. Next, question number 2. An iron ring is tightly fitted over an brass cylinder. This is the brass cylinder, children. Around this brass cylinder, this iron ring is fitted tightly. Around this brass cylinder, it is fitted tightly. Now, the question is, to loosen the ring, the system must be what? To loosen the ring, because this iron ring is tightly fitted over the brass cylinder, we have to loose the ring. So for that, the whole system means brass cylinder along with the iron ring together, it is called as a system. So to loosen the ring, the system must be what? Option A, heated. Option B, cooled. Option C, at first heated, then cooled. Option D, none of this. So here children, the thermal coefficient of the brass cylinder is more than iron. Means if the brass cylinder is heated, if both are heated, brass cylinder will expand more compared to iron. So if we heat it, what happens? Brass cylinder will expand more than iron, so it will become still tight. So heated is wrong option. Option B, cooled. If the brass cylinder is cooled and because total system is cooled, the brass cylinder will cool or will contract more than this iron ring. So that's why this iron ring will become loosened and we can remove it easily. So option B, cooled, is the correct option. Option B, cooled, is the correct option. Next one. Third question. So the direction of flow of heat is, because the heat travels from one body to another body. So while it is traveling, so generally a question will rise. So it will move from which place to which place, or what is the direction of its flow, that question will rise. So here option A, always from hotter body to cooler body. So it's correct. So heat always travels from hotter body to cooler body. So option A is correct one. Option B, cooler body to hotter body, wrong. Lower temperature to higher temperature, wrong. All the above correct, wrong. So the correct answer is option A is correct. So heat always flows from hotter body to cooler body. As shown in this diagram, it will flow from hot body to cold body. Next, question number 4. So while laying a railway line, a small gap is left in between the two rails. So here rails means, so actually we will be these two are called rails, or in another way, uh, uh, here we will be having like this iron blocks. So these iron blocks also called as rails. Between the blocks, between the blocks or between the two rails, a small gap is left at their joint. So here we can observe some gap here, we can observe some gap here, or we can observe gap here where the person has kept the fingers. There we can observe some gap here. Now the question is, so while laying a railway line or while constructing a railway line, why this gap is left behind the rails? That is the question here. So option A, expansion during summer, because as per thermal expansion concept, so any object when it is heated, it will expand, because these two rails or this total railway line, it is under the sunlight for the whole day. It will be under the sunlight. So when the in summer season, when the temperature is very high, because of that high temperature, this iron rail will expand. It will undergo thermal expansion. When it expand, so when if there is some gap, so if it expand, so then this gap will be covered. Otherwise, if there is no gap, if there is no gap, so this first rail will expand, this second rail will expand, and there is no space to space for expansion. So what happens? They will bend. They will bend away from one another. They will bend away from one another, or they will lie over one another, which will cause to accidents. Which will cause to accidents, because the railway lines or rails should be uniform, should be straight, so that a train can move smoothly on the railway line. If it if they change their path, if they change their path, so then it will lead to accidents. So that's why, to allow the expansion during summer, mainly for this reason, the gap is left. So option A is correct. So option B, contraction during winter, wrong. Both expansion contraction, wrong, because for while contraction, the no need of gap. If there is no gap also, they will contract. After contraction, gap will be developed. So a gap is left only to allow expansion mainly. So option A is correct. Next question number 5. So which of the following devices is used for measurement of temperature of human body? So human body, if the human beings, they will get temperature, or we call it as fever. If we get fever, so then with what device our temperature can be measured? And the correct answer is clinical thermometer. In thermometers, we have different types. Here option A, thermometer is there, but in thermometers we have different types, like clinical thermometer, laboratory thermometer, digital thermometer, like that. So many types are there. So mainly the human body temperature is mainly measured with clinical thermometer, which is present in hospitals. So the correct answer is clinical thermometer. So laboratory thermometer, it will be used while they are making some experiments. While they are making some experiments, or while they are measuring some hot chemicals temperature. In that cases, they will make use of laboratory thermometer. For measuring human body temperature, clinical thermometer is enough. So option B is correct. Next, sixth question. So here, the clinical thermometers presently in use in India are marked with a temperature scale. This scale corresponds to which of the following? Because with the clinical thermometer, as they are measuring the human body temperature, for measurement we need some units. So temperature normally measured in Celsius degrees, Fahrenheit degrees, and one more unit is there, Kelvin degrees. So for measurement, we have to take the help of units. So that's why the clinical thermometer is calibrated with some units, or units uh, initial reading, or starting point, ending point, like that. Some readings will be there. So that is called temperature scale. Means from which degree to which degree it will measure. So that is called temperature scale. Here the question is, what will be the structure of scale? So here the scale is calibrated in option A, Celsius degrees, option B, Fahrenheit, option C, both A and B, means both Celsius and Fahrenheit, none of this. If you observe the clinical thermometer here, so here on the bottom side, you can observe measurements in degrees centigrades. On the upper side, you can observe readings in Fahrenheit. So, sorry, here 35, 36, 37. Here they have mentioned only in centigrades, degrees centigrades. As mentioned in the picture, the correct answer is option A, Celsius degrees. But in some of the scales, they may be consisting both Celsius and Fahrenheit. But as per the diagram here, the correct option is Celsius scale. So the temperature scale is calibrated in Celsius degrees. 35 degrees, 36 degrees, 37 degrees, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42. So like this, temperature scale, it is from 35 degrees to 42. But in some of the scales, it might be calibrated in Fahrenheit also, or in both scales. So at that time answer will be both A and B. But as per the diagram, the correct option is A here. Next, seventh question. The increase in the size, or it is called expansion. Increase in size is called expansion. The increase in the size, expansion of an object on heating is called option A, thermal contraction, option B, thermal expansion, option C, both A and B, option D, neither A or B. Here, the increase in size is called expansion, that they have mentioned already in the question. But the increase in size of an object, because of what? Because of heating. So it is called, so whatever expansion happens because of heating, it is called thermal expansion. Because here thermal is the word which is related to heating. So the correct option is thermal expansion. Next, question number 8. A clinical thermometer can read temperature between what? A clinical thermometer can read temperature between what? So because the main purpose of clinical thermometer is to measure the temperature of human body, to identify whether a person or whether a child, he got fever or not. So for that purpose it is mainly used. As per human body temperature, it is calibrated between 35 degrees centigrades to 42 degree centigrade. So here 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, and this last one is 42 degree centigrade. So option B is correct. Question number 9. The normal temperature of human body is what? So the normal temperature of human body is 37 degrees centigrade. So it lies between 36 degrees centigrade or 36.5 degrees centigrade or 96.8 Fahrenheit to or 97.7 Fahrenheit. So that's why normally you might have listened the word. So what is your, I got 101 fever, I got 102 fever, because 101, 102 means here 101 degree Fahrenheit, 102 degree Fahrenheit. So sometimes we use Fahrenheit degrees for telling the temperature, but as per centigrade, as per Celsius scale, the normal human body temperature is 37 degrees centigrade. Next, question number 10. Thermal expansion can occur in what? Option A, solids. Option B, liquids. Option C, gases. Option D, all of these. Thermal expansion means expansion in the object because of heating. It happens in which type of matter? Is it solid, liquid, gases, or all of this? You can observe here. In the first diagram, they have given the picture of a railway line. There, the gap between the here they are closed. They are already closed. Here, what happens when rails contract? One minute, children. So whatever joint is there between two rails, one joint is there. There will be some gap actually. During the expansion, during summer season, this gap will be filled. Means these joints will expand during the summer season. So in solids also, we can observe the thermal expansion. Whereas if you take the example of a clinical thermometer, we can know the temperature by raising the level of the mercury. By raising the level of mercury column, we can record the temperature. So where mercury is a liquid metal, so means mercury also expands on heating. Liquids also expands on heating. Or in hot balloons or in parachutes, the gases inside the balloon also will expand because of heating. So the gases also will undergo thermal expansion. So thermal expansion means it may be a solid or it may be a liquid or it may be a gas. All kinds of matter, all of these objects will undergo thermal expansion. So option D is correct answer here. Okay, children. That's all for today, children. Remaining questions we can discuss in our next video. So thank you for watching our video, children. Please subscribe our channel and press the bell icon for receiving latest updates. You can visit our website, children, www.aimstoday.in, for information regarding online classes, quizzes, worksheets, activities, English classes, coding skills. Thank you, children. Have a good day.